What is up, guys? It is your boy TorCrunch, and in today's video we are going to be comparing two super hyped characters, Human Sajin and Flurry Noitora, so the most recent Noitora. And you might be wondering why these two, why am I comparing these two? Well, these two are the most recent Flurry characters in the game, and super hyped. Really good characters. Everyone really, these are the most, I feel like, used characters when it comes to auto farming and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and compare the two. If you don't know how these videos work, we go ahead and do a little overlook of each character, show you the gameplay, show you their stats and skills, talk a little bit about them, and then we compare the two, and then we do PvP. And or actually we do PvP first and then compare the two, and yeah, just kind of summarize everything at the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I do have other videos on comparisons, so I will go ahead and link that in the description. It's a playlist, go check those out. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, we've got, of course, Sajin. This is a very freaking hyped character, very new. He is one of the new manga characters that just came out. As you guys see it down there, there's a gameplay, and the build I've got on him is just normal attack, and I'm going up against the Noitora raid, so just keep that in mind while watching the gameplay. But let's just go ahead and talk about what he has, or what he is as a character. This character is a mind version, of course. He also gets 40% Espada Killer and 20% normal attack damage. His stamina is 1030, attack 762, defense 350, focus 315, and SP of 615. So looking at that, of course, the best, most hyped stat is attack at 762. Other than that, defense is pretty decent as well. Focus is all right, but SP is pretty low, which doesn't matter though, just because he is a normal attack beast. That's what you really want to focus on when you look at this character and when you're using him. His skills are Flash Step, Long Reach plus 15%, Berserker plus 30%, and then Flurry and Poise. So he has really awesome skills. The fact that he gets Flurry, of course, that's double normal attack hits. Poise, which means he doesn't stagger when getting hit, so that means he can finish his normal attack string and his strong attacks, and that also is awesome. Another thing that's awesome about him is that he has Flash Step, so he can move and he's very agile. He has all these strengths to him, and he is able to get out of situations, which is why this character overall is amazing. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful special. Now we are taking a look at Noitora. This is the most recent Noitora, of course, that was dropped, I think, 5 months ago, about half a year, with Grimmjow and Yami. Also, when looking at the gameplay, keep in mind this is a normal attack damage build, and we are going up against the Toshiro raid. So yeah, we get the attribute advantage and the killer effect at the very end against the boss. But of course, power attribute, 40% additional damage on captains, and that is his killer effect. Soul trait is 20% normal attack damage, which is the same as Human Sajin. His stats are 1023 stamina, attack 657, defense 412, focus 305, and SP of 657. And looking at those stats, they're a little bit more balanced than Sajin. Of course, defense is 412, which is actually the highest in the whole game, and it's just insane. That number is super high. And of course, 657 attack is not the greatest. It's not up there with Sajin. Sajin actually almost has a whole 100 attack more than him, but it's still a reasonable number. It's a very good number. Skills, he has Flash Step, so he is very agile. He gets to move and get out of situations. He has Long Reach plus 20%, Adrenaline plus 10%, so his normal attack is that much faster from a 5-star to a 6-star. Devastation plus 20%, so his special does hit a little bit harder. And then Flurry. Flurry right there is, of course, the best skill out of all of these, and that doubles his normal attack, which is just amazing and insane. But of course, his last one is weak in defense. Overall, man, this character is awesome. He has just everything going for him. He's a very, very good character. He also has, as you guys see through his strong attacks, he has amazing strong attacks for crowd control. So best build, I have to go with the normal attack damage. And same with Sajin. I kind of forgot to mention that on that one, but best build, normal attack damage. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and do some PvP now. As you guys see, we've got Human Sajin, Noitora, and Broken. So 3 Flurry characters, the best Flurry characters I would say in the game. And of course, they all have normal attack damage builds with, of course, damage reduction, so they don't die as fast. In this one right here, you guys saw Sajin was able to take out Kenpachi, and the reason why he's able to do that is just because he's a complete tank. He doesn't get the attribute advantage or the killer effect, but he still manages to kill him. And here we go up against Toshiro. I really tried to go up against the best of the best. Just take a look at that, man. He was able to come back and kill Toshiro after being hurt. Noitora as well was able to take out Fullbring Ichigo, which, as you guys know, he's one of the best characters in the game when it comes to PvP. I mean, we do take some damage throughout the matches, and you guys are seeing that for yourself. But they still come back whenever they get to the enemy and they're able to get their normal attack string off. It's game over for the enemies. Here we're going up against a Kenny team, and I remember back in the day when this is what all I would ever see on PvP. But it's funny because it's new times. Kennys are kind of a thing in the past, except for Broken. The other 2 are still great, don't get me wrong, but there's new characters. They're better characters, better stats, better skills, and as you guys see, it's just pretty damn obvious. Here we're going up against another Human Sajin, and just look at the destruction, man. Just look at that destruction. It's crazy because I think, you know, Fullbring Ichigo could have easily killed Kenpachi, but since Sajin was able to take care of Sajin so quick, he was able to go help. And yeah, I mean, dude, overall, this team is amazing. Surprise, surprise, I didn't lose a match. I mean, yeah, this is 3rd seat, but still, I think that's pretty impressive. I think actually this might be Lieutenant. I'm not exactly sure, but a very good team. I am not disappointed whatsoever. Like I said, I won all of them, and yeah, we're going up against the best of the best. Here we're going up against Tsukishima, so just look at that. 2 swipes, I believe that was 2 swipes of his normal attack, and yeah, just pure destruction. I wonder if I go up against any Espadas. You know what, now that I think about it, I didn't. I thought that I had, for whatever reason, I thought Sajin had Captain Killer, so I mistakenly went up against all captains, just thinking maybe, you know, having that advantage will help out. But, you know, whatever. As you guys see, we still won. We still won all these matches, and that was it could have even been quicker PvP showcase if I was against Espadas. But yeah, I'll go ahead and let the rest of the PvP matches play out. All I can really say is these 3 characters together are pure destruction in PvP. And just so you also know, these matches were one after another. I didn't cut out anything. And if you guys don't believe me, look at the part where I'm starting the match, and you guys will see I used every ticket one after another. This is not a scam. Anyways, love you all so much, and what am I ending the video for? I will see you in just a second when we're gonna go ahead and compare the 2 with the pros and cons. So yeah, see you in just a second. Alright, and that is it for the PvP matches. Like I said, amazing characters, but of course there has to be some pros and there has to be some cons. So let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about them. So first off, we've got Noitora, and this character, the pros, let's just start off with that, is amazing. He has Flurry, which is of course the best skill in the game. I mean, is up there, at least in the top 3. I mean, Frenzy, of course, is amazing still, and I think those 2 are the best. Of course, it just doubles everything. It's basically doubling your hits, and it's just giving you double the damage. So, of course, that's an amazing skill he has. Not many have it as well, so that's just a little bit of a bonus as well. He does have a very fast normal attack string, so not only does he get Flurry, he also has a very fast string, and of course having Adrenaline just helps that out even more. So his normal attack, you can count on him getting it off completely with no problems. Of course, he also has a very good strong attacks, not in terms of damage. They're not that great in terms of damage, but they're great when it comes to crowd control. So his first one is a huge swipe, second one is a vortex, and the third is a full screen. So that combination of strong attacks with a character like this is great. Like I said, not for the damage, but for crowd control, for auto farming raids, it just helps a lot. I also listed vortex right under it, which just also adds to the crowd control. He does have the highest defense in the game, so what that means for him is just he's going to survive longer. It's an underrated stat in my opinion. And it's noticeable on this character. I easily can 100% auto raid most 5-star, most technique 5-star raids with this character, while other power characters have a little bit of a problem doing so. It's very noticeable with this character. If you add some damage reduction, that just adds to even more OP. Of course, next one is great soul trait, normal attack damage soul trait. It helps out for both PvE and PvP. So of course I have to list it in there as a great pro. And the defense debuff through his special. So his special is kind of useless just because of course you're gonna probably most likely use normal attack damage, which might include a Chappie in there, so his special isn't gonna do any damage. But what it does do is inflict defense debuff, so that'll help out in any kind of situation. So that is of course a pro. And then cons, I went ahead and said he's not thick and no poise. Not thick just because literally I couldn't figure out a freaking con about this character, and no poise isn't really a con. Of course I understand that, you know, having not having a skill isn't a con just because we're judging him as a character, right? But when it comes to comparing Sajin against him, I guess the one thing he doesn't have is poise, which is huge. If he would have had poise, it would have just been too much. I think they did such a great job on this character, and adding poise would have just been a little above and beyond, which I mean I wouldn't have been complaining. If they would have done it, it would have been awesome. But that is Noitora. We move on to Sajin. Pros, let's just get with it. Beautiful Nad string. I don't know, I didn't mention it in the overview, but his normal attack string has 3 hits, I believe, and then when you use your special, he gets an added 4th hit, and I don't know, it's just the most amazing freaking addition they did to the game, so as of recent. His special of course looks beautiful, but yeah, beautiful Nad string. I love it. It has a lot of range. It's not super fast, but it's not slow at all, and yeah, just having that added 4th hit just adds even more of I guess just a different aspect to the game. Of course, best skills in the game, I have to throw it down. They did such a great job with this character. They have Flurry on this character, they have Poise, Flash Step. Those 3 right there I think is like a deadly combination, because not only does he get normal attack damage times 2, but he gets to release his normal attack string because of poise without any problem, and he also gets to get out of situation in PvE, especially with Flash Step. So I really like it. I really like the combination of skills they gave him. And of course, the next pro is he has the highest attack in the game. He came in and just completely annihilated it. I think the second highest attack in the game is Riruka with like 740 or something around there. Just basically he kills it, and the fact that he has double normal attack hits is just insane. Of course, he also is a mind attribute, so that means his attribute is neutral, which is an advantage in my opinion. And of course, he has a Spada Killer, which isn't the best, but when it comes to him matching up against, like, let's say Segunda Etapa Ukiora, he gets killed in seconds. Same with the new Stark. This Sajin just annihilates them. So it's definitely a pro when it comes to matching up in PvP. And of course, he is super thick. Unlike Notora, this character is definitely very juicy and very thick. And when it comes to cons, yeah, crickets. There is no cons. This character is completely just made to kill and made to just be an overpowered character in this game. Same with Notora. These two are great. I put best fit for PvE and PvP for both of them because they really don't have a flaw when it comes to both of those two. So yeah, that is the two, man. Let me know in the comments who you think is the best out of them. It's hard to decide, man. I have to go with Sajin just because I think what wins for me is just having that nice animation, the added animation, and the fact that he's human Sajin. Just adds to it all. But yeah, this character is amazing. Same with Notora. Let me know in the comments what you think though. And with that said, that is the end of the video. I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching through the end of the video. I love you all so much. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see next in a comparison video, and I can definitely make that happen. But anyways, that is it. I don't need to talk anymore. I've been talking for like the last 10 minutes. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.